also have a special alarm called my mom, and for some reason,
Oh, that's right.
when I wake up at like 5:20,
She's already up.
yeah,
You know that's going to have to change.
yeah.
Eventually, you're going to have to.
No, I wake up on my own, and I'll like start doing my own stuff, like in my room and stuff, and like she'll already be up and be like, she'll like,
honey,
yeah, she'll be like, it's like 5:20. I'm like, yeah, I'm walking out the house already, like.
Producer Rye, superstar. We already talked about him, how he is accomplishing a lot as a newly 22-year-old. So I totally get it. Mom still tries to help you out. And that's awesome that you have her from that standpoint. I used to have crazy alarms, and I blame college football for that because what happened, people don't realize how, well, at least the coaches I worked or played for, Larry Smith was a former West Point guy. And when we were at two-a-day camps, the coaches would wake you up when you're in the dorms because we would go to a military camp for two-a-day training. We would go to Mexico, Missouri, and we'd all stay in the dorms for a week, and it was hell. And he said, this is hell week. And we want to make you, I mean, I totally disagree. It's like, you better love the game of football because you're going to get a lot of it. They would literally come through the dorms. And these are all concrete floors, and there's about an inch space between the door and the floor all the way down the hall. So you hear what's going on like a half mile down the dorm hall. They would walk through and start banging on doors with some sort of like bat. Bom, 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 bom. Like, you're awake. It's like, what? So anyway, I used to use an alarm that was pretty loud. Now my girlfriend said, you need to have a more peaceful alarm. It'll set your day right. And you know what? It was right.
Yeah, I have a peaceful sound.
Now it's a peaceful alarm. I like to think of our show as more the peaceful show.
Mm-hmm.
The loud alarm is Hot Take Central 2.0. That's
let's go 8:05 in the morning. Yes, sir.
So we're
they
waking
wake me
you
up.
Well, it's like you can't hear that right out of the gate.
Yeah.
You can't. We get you up, we prime you, we get you moving, and then we let those guys, supercharged, caffeinated, high intensity, yelling, going at it. And I love their show. And they should be yelling about some of the things. Hey, guess what? Blues lost again last night, 6 in a row. And I don't care if it's an overtime shootout loss. A loss is a loss. If you didn't get a win, you got a loss. 6 in a row. We'll get into that too. Yeah. And it's so weird though, because the way I look at it, I mean, you're still without Robert Thomas, and you're still without Jake Neighbors. You have those two back, you probably win that game. You only scored 3 goals. You had almost 40 shots, 36 shots. I think they outshot them like 36-18, and you still lost. It's like, what is going on? It's like, no, how is this happening? Yeah, I know they're only 11 games in, but it's like when you start saying, yeah, this is not good. This is not going the way that it should. When is this going to stop? When are we going to win some games and so forth? Because once again, as we've talked about, it's just a matter of, you catch a streak and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, all right, we're hot now. We're hot. We're rolling. But from the Blues standpoint last night, when they lost, you just kind of look around the league. 2 of their losses have been to the Red Wings, who, by the way, are 8-3. They're an 8-3 team already. They're playing very well. The Blues, however, when you look at their totals, their point totals, and where they are now. There's only one team in the entire NHL with fewer points. The Calgary Flames. The Blues have 8. The Calgary Flames have 6. That's it. That's how bad it is. The Blues 3, 6, and 2. So right now, they have 8 points. San Jose has 8, the identical record as well. And then Calgary. So you're talking about the Blues literally right now, 11 games into the season, are one of the worst teams in the NHL. Now, we know, at least we think we know, that their talent is higher than that. But for whatever reason, it's just not clicking. Not clicking right now. And they're going to have to find a way to figure that out. I guess the worst part for me about all of this with their 3-6-2 record, I'll talk more about it later too, is the fact that they played 7 games at home in the month of October. 7. They won 1 game. There were 14 possible points available at home during the month of October. They got 2. They got 2.
Man.
2. That's it. They're 2-2 on the road. Maybe they're going to be a road team. That's my point. Think about that.
Enterprise.
7 games, literally 7 games in St. Louis. They were 1-6. Well, technically, they got to overtime. Forgive me. They got more points. They got to, they picked up a point in the overtime losses. So technically, they've gotten 4 points. 1 for the win and then 2 for the overtime losses. But my, that is not what they want to be doing. 4 points out of 14. And the Blues now with 8 points. So that's where they are right now. They get back to action again tomorrow night because, as we know, with this schedule that's very compacted because of the Olympics that will be coming up this year, it makes things for a lot of games right now. Tomorrow night, they're at Columbus. And then Monday, they're back home with another chance to get some victories. So next, 3 other 4 next games are on the road. And they're going to have to find a way, somehow, some way to make things right. So not a fun time. We'll get into that if you guys want to talk about that. NFL action last night. I mean, no real surprise. The Dolphins are done, by the way. They're 2-17. Done. Who would have thought? And was there a faster descend in the NFL over the past 2-3 years than the Dolphins? Tua's not your big guy quarterback. Just not. And by the way, we cover everything here. We do sports. We do St. Louis. We are just getting up at the water cooler talk, anything and everything in the mornings. You guys keep us posted on everything that's happening as well. You know, what kind of plans you have this weekend. You have any Halloween plans? Like to hear what you're doing. Like to hear about the costumes, any of that stuff you want to get into it, do it. It's going to be a nice weather weekend too. I mean, you're talking temperatures, what, today? Maybe sunny and 60, sunny and 61. I mean, that's pretty nice. 60, run up. Then it gets a little chilly for the weekends, 52, maybe 55, 60s all next week, maybe 68, sunny. So you got dry weather, no rain expected. So it's dry. It'll be cool, but at the same point in time, you've also got an opportunity to take advantage of being outside. That'll be nice. So getting back to the NFL, I'm sorry if you're a Dolphins fan. They're done. Mike McDaniel's on his way out. Tua should be on his way out. They're paying him like he's a super amazing quarterback, and he's not. He's not. Tyreek Hill was out, and it's just there. I like their unis. They look good on TV. That's about it. Lamar Jackson's come back, and just like that, the Ravens have won 2 in a row. They got themselves back in, kind of on the outside skirts to compete for a playoff spot. He had 4 touchdowns. He's just such a difference maker. Such a difference maker is Lamar Jackson. So good. So good. So smooth. And when he's back, everything seems to work a little bit better. World Series action tonight as well. Will the Toronto Blue Jays wrap it up against the Dodgers? Everybody. I say everybody. Many baseball experts, analysts expect Toronto to wrap this up and wrap it up quickly. But the way the World Series has gone, you don't know. Everything seems like it's all right now about the Blue Jays after what they did, taking 2 or 3 in LA. I mean, really wrapped up. 7:00 start. Yamamoto, he's been really good, dominant in the playoffs. We'll be going for the Dodgers. Gausman, he's been good, not as great. He'll pitch for the Blue Jays. And what an atmosphere it should be at the Sky Dome in Toronto for that game, 7:00 on Fox. Something else that, if you're interested in, you can watch tonight. High school football in the area as well going on. There were some games last night, games tonight, games tomorrow throughout the Missouri area. You can promote your teams as well. Jump in on the show. We appreciate it when you do that. We'd like to talk about that. Worst run cities in America and the criteria. We'll tell you where Kansas City and St. Louis came out in the mix. I'll tell you this much. St. Louis isn't even in the top 25 of the worst. That's a positive thing, I guess. So you're saying we're not at the top. No, we are not. You're just going to be fine. Also, St. Louis City has a new interim sheriff. And he's somebody who's kind of familiar. We'll get into that. A school district in the area has some new electric buses. See if that'll make things a little bit better, trying to save money, food, things from that standpoint. SNAP benefits expected in. You might have heard people talking about this TV, radio out in the community, maybe the families. Because the government shutdown is underway or has been going on, SNAP benefits across the country stop as well. It's because of the government shutdown. There's a lot of people who need assistance for whatever reasons. People need money. They need food. So there's different organizations. I mean, just from our standpoint, you got to take care of your own in your own backyard first. There are all kinds of organizations throughout St. Louis City, St. Louis County, St. Charles County, South County, you name it. All kinds of counties all over the place. There are people, organizations who are looking for help. Soup kitchens, you name it. It's not easy to Google and find places that need help. If you want to help out, if you want to give money, if you want to donate food, call them. It's that easy. Call. Try to help somebody out because it is a real deal. The SNAP benefits ending, that becomes a really frustrating, tough issue for many people right now. So there's food. These food drives are being held all over the place, community centers. If you know, there's, Operation Food Search, all kinds of places right now that are trying to help those in the community. And if you're somebody who needs help, or if you know somebody who needs help, ask them to reach out. But people are putting this out on social media. Organizations are putting this out on social media. And, SNAP going away. And I'm not getting into the political aspects of anything. But we do know that people are going to be in some tough situations, unfortunately. So if you can help, great. If you know of events that are going on, fantastic as well. There's a new venue, so to speak, that's going to be opening up at Ballpark Village. And it's opening up this weekend as well. That'll be interesting. We'll promote that. See if that's interesting. And it's opened up holiday weekend. See if they can get some people who are ready to get some of that stuff going on. Also, CBS News, and I've been telling, TV's been taking a big hit. And I've been telling you right for a while, not only local, but national news. It's just people don't watch it. The money's not there anymore. CBS letting 100 employees go. And also many on-air reporters. There's been frustration because they're disbanding their Saturday morning news program. And by the way, Saturday morning news programs don't do well. They just don't. They don't. It's just filling airtime, local and national. And CBS is disbanding its race and culture unit. So that means if you have a race and culture unit, If you're disbanding that, that means that, well, you're probably going to have people of color who are losing their jobs. And then the people who are losing their jobs are saying that's an unfair situation against those of minority. So that's going on at CBS. We'll get into that too if you want to. You've also got 3 St. Louisans who are going to be competing in the next Squid Games reality challenge. Are you familiar? Ryan, producer Ryan, I'm curious. Have you seen the Squid Games reality challenge? I've never watched one. Have you heard of it?
Mm-hmm. I've heard of it, but I've never watched it.
I've seen the previews for it, but I haven't sat there and watched. But 3 St. Louisans have a chance to come back with, a few $1 million. It's been very, very popular. Very, very, very popular. City of St. Louis is also proposing, $13.7 million of tornado resident housing because of the winter shelters. They've got to help people for relocation help. There's people still who are, I'm not kidding when I say homeless because of what happened with the tornado. We talk about trying to help people from that standpoint. That's going on. It's already the 40th year. 40th Anheuser-Busch brewery lights are getting ready to start coming up in a few weeks as we hit November 22nd. So people can get tickets now. You can get them in advance, but that's always an interesting thing to get into. Also, if you haven't seen it yet, Brentwood Boulevard land right near the Galleria is getting ready to hit the market. The developer is hoping for retail space to take that because we talked about, obviously, some of that area down there trying to get better. So we still have a lot going on this Friday. Also, if you guys want to jump in with anything, you can. You can stream us on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Once again, that's X, Facebook, and YouTube. Jump in the show. Talk to us there. If you want to give shout outs, whatever the case, we love it when you do that. Thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing the show. You can also give us a call if you want to talk about the St. Louis stories. 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. You can learn all about our shows, all of the content at luinfo.com. The Monday through Saturday / Sunday lineup of local programming, local content, with an emphasis on St. Louis, our backyard as well. So all of these things are happening. If there's anything else that we don't cover that you want to give a shout out to, high school football, like we said as well, that's going on. Also, you've got another, and I'm going to say, well, we'll see how it works. But there's, and I've heard about it before. It's an all-woman sports bar. It's called the Sports Bra. Did you hear about this?
No, I've never heard about that.
That's opening up in Maplewood in early 2026 as well. So that could be something that people get interested in as well. Just making sure people know all those things that are out there. Obviously, we were talking when it came to the sports that are happening this weekend as well. Mizzou has a bye week, so we're not having to work with that. So all of these things going on. By the way, we are here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. And I'm talking about the score or the program rundown. We take you from 6 to 8. Hot Take Central 2.0 comes into the show from 8 to 10 o'clock today. They come on 8 to 10. The former Blue, Cam Jansen, and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. Then we have the MIZ STL show today. SEC talk. What's happening with Mizzou? The SEC schedule for the weekend. Because even when Missouri's not playing, there's still games. And talking, I'm sure, today a little bit more about the basketball team and what's happening from Missouri in that standpoint as well. So lots to do there. Jumping on the show. Let us know what you guys are doing. If you guys are already up on a Friday, what kind of plans you have today. Did you decide if you're doing anything on Friday? Is Halloween just another day for you? Do you have plans? Because I know you said you hit it pretty heavy last year.
Yeah, just another day for me. Yeah, I got the East Side game tonight.
Okay, East St. Louis. We are the home of the St. Louis Flyers. They play at home?
They play, I think, at Plainfield East.
But you don't travel with the team.
I don't travel. I stay here, and I think Maurice does the play-by-play. Yeah, it's at 7 p.m. and it's going to be a really good game. I hope that East Side keeps winning.
I don't think you have to hope.
Yeah.
They're so darn good.
Yeah. I just want to keep doing the games, so.
From the chat line, the Facebook, you can obviously, like I said, you can catch us on Facebook, Arch City Now on Facebook, Arch City Now on YouTube, Arch City Now on X. Yeah, from the Amazon cutting 14,000 jobs. Yeah, we talked about that earlier this week because of AI. Amazon cutting 14,000. They're not the only company. If you don't embrace AI or learn how to work with it, your job could be obsolete. It could be obsolete.
Yes.
Also, Vic Faust dressed today on Halloween as Vic Faust. Yeah. All right. Thank you. That's right. I came in as Vic Faust. If you guys have a cool costume, anything else, you guys let us know. Would love to talk about it. Obviously, it's fun to talk about Halloween. But you aren't doing anything then? You just got the game.
Yeah, I just have the game, and I also am going to Qdoba today because it's buy one get one free at Qdoba if you get an entree and a drink. Just
really?
So you guys know.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa. We let you know about these things. That's a big deal. So Qdoba, you buy one?
Yes, buy one entree other than a quesadilla, and a drink, you get another entree for free. Yes, I mean for free.
Why?
I don't know. They do it every Halloween. Also,
it's a Halloween deal.
Yeah, also, if you go to Chipotle today with the Halloween costume, you get an entree for $6. So,
okay, now this is news you can use right there, baby.
If you want any more food news on Halloween, I got you guys. I got a Shake Shack one too if you guys want it.
Yes.
All right, I'll drop a little hint for you guys. Here you go. If you go to Shake Shack today, it's buy one burger, get another burger free as well.
And it's all because of Halloween.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I don't know if you have to download the app or something, but yeah.
Well, there you go, my friend. Halloween, Shake Shack, buy one, get one free. Or buy one, get one free, Shake Shack. If you show up in a costume at Chipotle, you get a $6 entree. And then at Qdoba, you buy a entree and a drink, and then you get a second entree. All right, my friend, that sounds pretty darn nice. There you go. Happy Halloween. I love that's pretty good stuff. It is a Friday. It is October 31st, last day of the month. November coming into play tomorrow. It's also a daylight saving time weekend tomorrow night. You get an extra hour. So a lot of fun. It's a Friday. You got daylight saving time. It's Halloween. It's the weekend. The weather should be nice. Trying to promote all that is positive and good. So jump in on the show. Let us know if anything else is going on for the weekend. We are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. We'll take a break. We will come back after this with all of those stories. We'll jump in to see wherever you guys want to go with all of those, with all the content we have this morning. We'll be back right after. Welcome back into the show. Glad you're with us on this Friday, 6:37. Happy Halloween, October 31st. If you want to join in the show today, share what you're doing for the weekend, any Halloween stories, any plans, any other things going on today or this weekend. We'll do that as well with you as we get you up and rolling throughout the St. Louis area, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Myself, Vic Faust, here for Arch City Now, producer Raya alongside too. Love it when you guys jump in. We come here and get up at dark 30 for you guys. Sun will be up, I don't know, maybe in about 20 minutes or so, maybe just after 7 o'clock. And then we'll see how things may change, because not only do you have a Friday, you have Halloween. There may be parties. There may be people coming by your house. You may be just turning off your lights and not doing that. Are you giving out candy? Do you like to give out candy if you're not home? Those sorts of things. And then after tonight, what happens tomorrow? Daylight saving time. Whether you like it, agree, don't care, you get an extra hour of sleep tomorrow night. Obviously, Sunday may feel a little bit different as your body gets used to it. That can happen as well. We're just reminding of all the things that are going on. Weather standpoint should be pretty decent. You talk about what you have, temperatures and so forth. 60 today, around 60 the high. And then you've got 55 on Saturday, 53 to 55. Basically 50s and then 60s starting by the work week, Monday, all the way through the week. Lots of dry weather. Looks like lots of sun. That'll be a good thing as well for people. As they're looking at making plans. It's a time of year, getting outside, enjoying whether, kids have sports, whatever you like to do. It just seems like, you put on a jacket and then you go outside and you enjoy the weather. It is fall, and fall in St. Louis can be very, very nice. Each county, by the way, the SNAP food drives, SNAP charity events, SNAP collecting of donations. Literally, if you ask Google, you go on to AI, they'll tell you about who's having events, who offers help if you need that. These things are all out there for you right now, because that ends tomorrow, the benefits, because the government shut down. So hopefully lawmakers will get more serious about what's going on, because a lot of people are going to suffer. There are people who are going to suffer because of the situation that is going on. Appreciate you guys jumping in with us. Also, you got a weekend full, and we cover local stories, and we like to promote the things that are happening here. Also, you've got, and we were talking about this earlier, high school football. The playoffs have begun. DeSmet won big last night. Oakville got past Lindbergh in a close game, 19-17. By the way, DeSmet won 63-17. Other local games last night that involved teams. For scores, you were just looking for the scores that were coming. Some games that are also on tap. Troy Buchanan beat Francis Howell 42-24, and he had Fort Zumwalt West beat up Francis Howell Central. Final score there, 49-14. And then, of course, there are games that are coming up tonight as well when it comes to local teams that'll be playing. So you've got just a lot of games that are happening on this Friday as well. If you want to promote your team, you can do that too. We love it when you guys let us know who's playing, what's happening with all the games going around. Lots of games around the state. Ladue, MICDS play a really big game tomorrow, 1 o'clock over at Ladue. One of the local football so put it as the number one game of the week for GSV. If people want to go watch that, weather should be really nice tomorrow. Hillsboro, Sykeston tonight. We cover a big area when it comes to our show, so try to promote anything and everything we can from that. Jennings is moving on because they had a forfeit. So Yeah, just trying to get in there. You guys tell us what's going on, who's playing, and of course, we'll let you know too what we can find. All right, 6:42 is the time. You've also got some of the news headlines and news stories that we're covering, and when you talk about that, you talk about where St. Louis is when it comes to how well the city is run. We know we've had our issues, but when it comes to a new MSN poll about the worst run cities in America, St. Louis came in the list at 27. Yeah, you'd like to be better, but here's where quality of services rank. This is what was crazy to me. 143. That's like 143rd city. Financial stability rank, 136th. Education rank, our lowest, 147. Health rank, 145. Safety rank, 144. Economic rank, 126. So it's like, how did we get down to 20? I mean, how did we only finish at 27? Well, the infrastructure and, pollution rank, 17th. So that was pretty good. And by the way, if you didn't know how St. Louis is run, the city government, we have 14 aldermen. And then you have a president of the board of aldermen. And of course, then you have the mayor. St. Louis right now is ranked as one of the lowest cities out of all of the cities ranked in terms of health and safety. That's not good. And that's because of the high crime rate. And in terms of health, residents have a shorter life expectancy than the national average, and a higher percentage of the population lacks health insurance. And that's one of the reasons where they're ranked. But I thought they would have been worse than just 27th. I mean, St. Louis ranked out of Wilmington, Delaware, Rochester, New York, Hartford, Connecticut, Sacramento, California, San Jose, Bakersfield, Shreveport. All these cities considered to have worse run governments than St. Louis. Seattle, Birmingham, Alabama, Cleveland, Denver. That's right. I said Denver. I don't understand how the polling goes. New Orleans 14th, Chicago 13th, Flint, Michigan 12th, LA 10, Fresno 8. So you start to see it. Tacoma, Washington 7, Baltimore 7, Philadelphia 5, New York 4, Oakland 3, Detroit 2, and San Francisco 1. By the way, a friend of mine just got back from San Francisco, and he loves the city. But, we talk about St. Louis having its issues. Try this, San Francisco. We already know about their pollution. We already know about the homelessness. We know about, and it's gross, but the defecation on the streets and all over. Yeah, really an amazing city being destroyed. Housing properties, because my friend is one who's lost 50% of the housing value. Many people are trying to get out of San Francisco because of crime and homelessness. Blew my mind. So as bad as things may seem to be in St. Louis, there's other parts of the country who are dealing with the same thing, if not worse, for a variety of reasons. And that's why it's like, okay, things may not be horrible when it comes to the things that we have in St. Louis. And yeah, we're trying to get better. We're trying to make things as good as they possibly can be. But at the same point in time, it's not like things are going great at other places as well. I was also told some more high school football games for tonight as playoffs are in the St. Louis area. Parkway West had a pretty good year, 7-2. Got upended by Hazelwood East last week in a surprising game, one that went down to the wire. They host Parkway Central, who's had a rough year. They're only 1-8. West is 7-2. Edwardsville tonight is playing at Richards. We've had a pretty good year. Outside of a game with East St. Louis that Rye was talking about. Lutherans had a rough year. They're playing at U City, who's 8-1. Cardinal Ritter hosting McClure tonight. Cardinal Ritter is back on track, they appear to be. Burroughs and Herculaneum playing Herculaneum. Lutheran South's playing over at Lift for Life. Poplar Bluff's playing over at Fox. So you got a lot of, I'm just looking for the local teams they've got games. And of course, if we miss something, let us know. Clayton Brentwood playing at Holt. Normandy over at St. Jen. So many of these games going on tonight. So just let us know what games are going on, what's happening. Of course, we will talk about that as well. 6:48 on this Friday. What else is happening throughout the area? Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing our show. We love it when you guys come in on the show, talk to us about the things that are happening. Anything else going on for the weekend, Halloween plans, you name it, we'll talk about it from that standpoint, sports wise. We'll talk more about the Blues at the top of the hour, but they lost last night, 6th straight game. Somehow, some way, this team needs to find their groove. Right now, there's only one team in the entire Western Conference that has fewer points than the Blues, and that's just by, 1 point? That's how bad of a start it's been for the team, but we know things could change pretty quick. They could change. You catch groove, you win 3-4, you win 5 out of 6, and you're back in the mix. 11 games into the season, not where you want to be with 6 straight losses, but it's not over yet. So we'll get into that. World Series action gets back into play tonight. Dodgers trying to stay alive. When it comes to their World Series, they're down 3-2 with Game 6 ready for Toronto. Toronto could win tonight. If Toronto loses tonight, it sets up an all or nothing Game 7 in Toronto for Saturday. National Cat Day. I adopted a cat from the shelter. Can pick her up today if I want to. I like to save a life at this giving time of the year. That's very nice from the chat line, Donna. Also, did I carve a pumpkin? No, I've not had time to carve a pumpkin. And I doubt producer Rye has either. Have you ever carved a pumpkin, Rye?
Last time I carved a pumpkin, I was like 8 years old, 9 years old, if that. And I barely even remember it. I just remember all the weird, gross stuff that you have to pull out.
Yeah.
The pumpkin. Yeah.
By the way, pumpkin seeds are supposed to be absolutely amazing for you. So there you go. Look up pumpkin seeds. I have always heard that, yet I've never really done anything with the pumpkin seeds. Probably should, but I haven't. I'll have to check that out. Have you seen any cool Halloween costumes? That's from the Halloween chat, the Halloween talk from that standpoint. So you guys jump in on that and let us know what's happening. Some of the other news headlines. A new sheriff is a familiar name, or at least he's the interim. Former St. Louis Police Chief John Hayden is now the interim sheriff. So, of course, that move is coming after Alfred Montgomery was charged with several federal offenses. A judge temporarily removed him from office. So he's not been fired. You can't do that yet because he's awaiting a trial that he has. It's a quo warranto case, and that's not scheduled to begin until November 18th. So Hayden, if you remember, retired as police chief back in 2022. So, he's going to take that over for right now. He was there, easy plug in, and then you see what you can get done there. Did you ride buses to school?
No. Most of I never rode the bus to school. My dad usually just dropped me off.
I don't know if anybody's riding. Is this, does it make that big of a difference with electric buses? Because Normandy got electric buses. So what they're going to do is they've got 15 new electric buses. They're going to roll them out in the spring. They had received a $1.7 million grant from the EPA Clean School Bus Program to support the buses and chargers. So supporters from the school district who use that money, they got the grant for this specifically, say that the vehicles are going to save the district money on fuel and be easier for the environment. Seems like that could work. They said, quote, our kids benefit. They get great new buses, new transportation, energy efficient and quiet. They don't have to consume exhaust fumes. So the superintendent of Normandy Schools Cooperative, Michael Triplett, talking positive about that. So they'll roll those buses out for everybody coming up in the spring. So good for them. That will be great. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but the property at Ballpark Village got a new venue opening up. Do you go to Ballpark Village if you're not at a Cardinals game? Do people, and I know they have the concert series down there what people would go to. There are some restaurants, a couple clubs, things from that standpoint. But are you going there for games specifically or not? There's a new venue. Do new venues have a chance to make it a Ballpark Village and open up when they're not in season as well? Because we know if you have Cardinals games, that helps. But there's a new place called Ava Garden Bar. So it's called Club Ava. It's an expansion of the Ava Garden Bar. That opened in the spring. So now they're opening up Club Ava. Mike LaMartina, who's the president of Ballpark Village, and he does a phenomenal job. He just always has. I've gotten to know him. He's terrific. He says, quote, Ballpark Village is the best destination for downtown fun on game days and beyond. And the Club Ava transformation is a perfect example of our ongoing investments in the neighborhood to keep experiences fresh for residents and keep guests coming back. We have a lot of great events coming up to showcase the new Club Ava experience and look forward to welcoming guests to our new indoor garden oasis. So Club Ava's grand opening tonight, Halloween. And so there's some things going on. Do you go to concerts at all?
I actually just went to a concert about 2 weeks ago.
Okay, because
I don't usually pay for concerts.
No, I was because I was, you got Mississippi. Are you familiar with Mississippi Underground concert venue downtown?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, they've got a Halloween deal tonight. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's another techno place in the city that I was just recently told about too. So there's some events. You can go check those out on Halloween tonight.
Speaking of Halloween night, I really wanted to go to a haunted house.
Did you? When's the last time you went to a haunted house? There's a lot. There's a lot in the area.
I think I went to one in college, and then before that, I went to one when I was 13, 14. Yeah.
Well, it's not too late. You could go to one tonight. Oh, yeah, no, you got to work. Yeah. What time's the game?
Eastside game is at 7 p.m. They play Plainfield East. Yeah.
So, where do you have to be? Are you in studio here?
Yeah, I'm here.
What time do you have to be here? I'm trying to help you out.
I have to be here at around 6:30. I get here around 6:30, 6:45.
You go to one at 5, maybe.
Nah, it's too early. I want it at night,
after the game.
Yeah, I may go after the game. You never know.
Maybe I'll come and meet you, man. We'll get you out to one.
Yeah, get scared real quick.
Well, obviously, you've got there's a bunch of haunted houses that people can go to. You got Creepy World. Yeah. That's out in Eureka. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
You've got The Darkness. That's in Soulard. Mm-hmm.
I think I went to The Darkness.
One of my favorites too. A friend of mine owns it. You have to go if you're in the St. Louis area. It's a little bit of a drive. If you're out in western St. Charles County, you're fine. Northern St. Charles County, but it's on Old Monroe. It's called the Cobb Factory.
I've heard of that one too.
And the best part to me about the Cobb Factory, as you're driving into it, you're almost like driving in at night. It's not like Old Monroe is a lit up town.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of gives you a little bit of that eerie feeling when you're parking.
Yeah, I like that.
And they do a phenomenal job. A lot of work goes into that as well when it comes to the Halloween season. The Limp Mansion, of course. The Abyss at Limp Brewery. There's McPike Mansion, you know, because they talk about hauntings and things from that standpoint. So those are some options for people to go to. And if you've gone to some already, let us know. If you're planning on going to some, I would love to hear as well, because it's interesting to me to see who's doing what and if people are still going to them and what the best ones are and why, what makes a haunted house great. Because, you know, they can be packed sometimes. I've always thought they've got to spread people out. And then, of course, when people are, you know, when you're in a haunted house, it's people coming up for me. It's like that you don't expect. That's where it's like, oh my God, like somebody like jumps out from somewhere because you're just waiting. You know, you're just waiting for somebody to jump out and scare the hell out of you. And you're like, yeah, okay, here, we'll do that. Great. Come scare the hell out of me. Did you go to haunted houses growing up?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I went to one when I was like 13, 14. Yeah.
I would go every year. I would try to. We would go to different locations and places. But we'll continue the Halloween talk in the 7 o'clock hour. We got a lot to get to. We'll get more into the blues as well, what the plans are for the weekend, things from that standpoint. Stay with us. Got to hit this break. Appreciate you being with us. This is Arch City Now. That's producer Rye. I'm Vic Faust. Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us today from 8 to 10. Jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube. You can also give us a call if you want to talk things over. 855-282-8255. We are your Lou Information Station. We're live and on demand at louinfo.com. This is Arch City Now. So glad you guys are with us. We're here ready to rock and roll this morning, as we do all the time. All things St. Louis, all the time. Also, anything that you guys want to talk about, you can jump in. Follow us on the show. Stream with us as well. X, Facebook, and YouTube. Once again, that is X, Facebook, and YouTube. That's where you can find us as we continue to bring things forward on this day. So glad because with this daylight saving time, by the way, tomorrow night, you get an extra hour of sleep if you use it correctly. That'll be nice, right? Try to do that. Also, Ryan, I was wanting to know too what I did. I texted you that picture too. Okay. Is that cool?
Yeah, I can pull it up.
Yeah, I texted you that. Let's see if it goes through. It's just weird with service today again.
Yeah, it's been weird.
We'll see there. Okay. We take you to just about 8 o'clock Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. That's producer Ryan, Vic Faust. It's Arch City Now. You go to Arch City Now on YouTube, Facebook, X. You can communicate with us there, talk with us. We appreciate it when you like the show, when you subscribe to it, when you let other people know as well. We're just getting you up and going at it every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. All things St. Louis all the time, all stories, all promotion, you name it. We're getting it out there early in the mornings, helping you get up. Appreciate you guys trying us out, jumping in from that standpoint as well. Hey, by the way, not such a great thing last night, but it happens. The Blues lost again. Okay, 6th straight loss. It's like, oh no, what the hell's going on? Somehow, some way, they came out, they scored early again. You're like, okay, it's a good start. But Vancouver just kept battling. Now, do I think the Blues would have won had Robert Thomas been playing? Had Jake Neighbors been playing? Yeah, I do. I think they would have. But it doesn't matter. They weren't playing. And somehow they lost. So, I mean, they've played 7 games in the month of October at home. They've won 1. They've won 1 game. 1 freaking game. They got into overtime a couple times, twice, and lost. That's not good. But you had a possible 14 points and you picked up 4 points. Not so good. And that's why the Blues are at the bottom of the Western Conference. At the bottom. Only one team has less points than the Blues right now in the entire Western Conference. So, yeah, it's been as bad as it probably could be from a start, 11 games in. So they lose last night 4-3, overtime loss. And you're like, yeah, I was convinced. If I were a betting man, I would have bet on the Blues to have won their last 2 home games. That's why I'm not betting. That's why I don't bet hockey, especially the Blues these days. So when are they finally going to get their win? This is 6 straight losses, 6 straight games without a win. So shootout loss, by the way, in the 3rd round of the playoffs. Jimmy Snuggerud, Dylan Hadaway, Suter had goals for the Blues. And this is what's crazy. They outshot Vancouver 39-18. I mean, they're flying around. But the winless streak still goes to 6 games. On the other side, you have Vancouver. That's just their 2nd win in their last 7 games against St. Louis. So we had been playing well against them until this happened. So, thankfully, the Blues were down 3-2 halfway through the 3rd period. They tied it halfway through to force overtime, and you just knew they were going to win in overtime. But that was not the case. So now what happens is the Blues have today off, travel day or rest day. Then they head to Columbus on Saturday. So St. Louis will be in Columbus on Saturday. And then they play again Monday. They're back home against Edmonton. So Saturday, tomorrow night, they're at Columbus. And then they come back home Monday to take on Edmonton. We can say it's like, okay, it's early. Yeah, it is. But when do you start to go, okay, you got to win some games here. You got to get some points, because we know how the point situation works towards the end of the year. We've been here before. It's like, oh, if they could have just done this or done that, we could have finished here, or we could have finished there. And right now, I mean, when you're only played 11 games, not all is lost. But when do we start to worry about things just not clicking? Stay the course? Stay the course, not worry about things? Or do you make more changes if possible? They brought up a young kid, Dalibor Dvorsky, last night. It was fine, but nothing fabulous. I mean, it wasn't like things changed around last night, because they didn't. Things did not change. So once again, the Blues tomorrow night in Columbus at 6:00, then back home Monday against Edmonton. And that's an ESPN game. That's a 7:30 start, so a little bit later against Edmonton. We just got to get some wins. Got to get some wins when it comes to what's happening with this team right now. Got to find a way. Got to find a way to win. If you don't win, there'll be changes. You don't want to be sellers. Certainly not the expectations that we had for the team coming into the year. Not freaking out, but calling it what it is. It's not good. And then you look at some of the action that's coming up. I mean, Edmonton right now, they're not a bad team. They're 5-4-3. That's who you play Monday night when they come to town. Tomorrow night's opponent, Columbus. Columbus isn't one of these dominant teams, but they've got 12 points. They're 6-4. They have 6 wins. You have 3 wins. So if you're looking for teams that are bad or not playing well, you're not going to find them in your next 2 games. Got to find a way to get that done and a way to win. Well, the Blues, not things going so great. Mizzou has the weekend off before Texas A&M next week. Texas A&M also has a bye week. Very quiet after a lot of talk with Mizzou. By the way, Vanderbilt plays at Texas this week. Who do you like in that game for football, Rye? That's going to be an interesting one.
I don't care if Vandy is the number 1 ranked team in the nation. I'm never going to root on Vandy. I don't care how.
Why is that?
Because it's Vandy. Like, I don't like it's. There's to me, it's still, even though they're ranked 10th and they just beat Mizzou, it's still a
Missouri had a better team. They played a better game outside of some mistakes.
Yeah, it's Vandy. Like, I got Arch Manning in Texas, and it's at Texas, by the way. So
I have a feeling Texas is going to win that game.
I have a feeling Texas may sneak in. Like, if they win out,
what?
They only lost 2 games.
I know, you're right.
They went out. They've only lost to Ohio State at the beginning of the year. So, and the committee already said, like, it's already like a precedent that week 1 doesn't matter as much as week 10. So
okay.
Texas still has a chance if they win out. Yeah, even though I'm not a Texas fan, it's like they're sneaking up.
Oh, I know. I get it. I do. I understand. So, you got Missouri and Texas A&M next week. 2:30 game in Columbia. Huge game, obviously. The MIZ STL show, we'll talk a little bit about that coming up today, I'm sure. That's our show from 10 to 11, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You've got the MIZ STL show. MIZ STL show. And I can't wait to see where this whole Mizzou Texas A&M game comes in, what the line looks like to be next week, and so forth, just to see what people are thinking when it comes to some of the betting odds. That's so bizarre to me when you look at what could be. So, Missouri off this week. Illinois has an 11 a.m. start time. They're 5-3. They host Rutgers, who's 4-4. That's got to be a win for the Illini. They have got to win that game. Just do. They have to win that game. And then, speaking of football, and quarterback, Missouri didn't have to worry a lot about Brady Cook when he was the starter the past 3 years. He was hurt at times, but he still played. It's not like Sam Horn, season-ending injury. Bo Prabula, which is essentially going to be a season-ending injury. Brady Cook somehow, some way found a way to stay healthy, didn't he? And even when he couldn't play, he went to the hospital and came back.
Brady, I'm not going to lie. That Chaminade QB, Brady Cook is a dog. Like, that's what made me actually like Mizzou football. When he won that one game and he was standing on the on the table and stuff, I was like, yeah.
I'm just telling you, and I've always been a big Brady Cook fan, a winner. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I got it pulled up.
Brady Cook, now a backup quarterback with the Jets. He was dressed out last week for the Jets game, by the way. He was their backup quarterback on their 53-man roster, if people were wondering about Brady Cook. Just all-around great dude. Bleeds black and gold. In my humble opinion, a massive, massive reason, you got to start with the quarterback, why Missouri was able to win 21 games the previous 2 seasons. And won 2 bowl games, too, by the way. And beat Ohio State in that bowl game. Even though Ohio State had a few players out, Missouri did, too. But Ohio State's best players were still around. So Brady Cook was back in town. The Jets have their bye week. And everybody knows if you're looking for quarterback coaching, football training, you go to Elite Football in the Chesterfield Valley. Elite Football, that's where Brady Cook's quarterback coach is. And it's just fun to see these guys back in town. So here's Brady back in town, enjoying time with the family. He was out at Elite last night, taking a picture, doing a throwing session. Talk about an up-and-coming quarterback, too. Parkway West has a kid right now who is committed to Missouri State. So they have a good quarterback there. And then Braden Bierman was a freshman this year. Did a throwing session. That kid's a stud. You should see him throw the football for Parkway West. So Brady Cook back in town taking pictures. It's just good. I thought it'd be cool to give you a Brady Cook update. He's with the Jets, and he's making it. I told people when he went to Mizzou, he's so smart, he's going to find a way. You're going to bring in all these kids that are supposed to be athletes. I don't care if they're from East St. Louis, if they're from IMG, it won't matter. Nobody's going to get him off the field because his brain works at a level and his body works at a level where you just won't be able to take him off the field. He makes you believe. He just finds a way, and it may not be the prettiest, and it wasn't, but he's a winner. So I just want to give a shout out to Brady Cook. Very cool to see him back throwing, helping younger kids in the area as well. And we'll see how long Brady Cook can stick around. I know his naysayer said there was no way he'd ever get a sniff of the NFL, that he wouldn't even make a team. Now, he went to the Jets, but there he was last week. He was the backup quarterback ready to go. Tyrod Taylor got hurt. Justin Fields got the start. Justin Fields had a great game, by the way, even after the owner didn't treat him very well. And then there was Brady Cook. He was the backup quarterback for the game last week there. So wish you the best, Brady. Good to see you back. By the way, Chaminade's football team has had a resurgence this year. They won again last night. They're 6-3 again. They blew out one of the teams they had in their first round playoff. So Chaminade, that sets up an interesting game next week. Chaminade and Cardinal Ritter. Chaminade scored, I think, 56 points last night, something like that. They had another big win over, I think it was McClure maybe. But they still just put up a ton of points. So, congrats to Brady on getting back. 7:19 on this Friday morning. Guys, looking forward to the weekend. Always love Fridays. Why not? Most people, it's the end of the work week. Most people, it's also Halloween. If you guys have any plans, if that adds things to it. What are your plans? Where are you going? Love to hear what you guys have going on. It's also daylight saving time. So you've got daylight saving time as well tomorrow. That's always nice. Who doesn't like to sleep in an extra hour on daylight saving time. And of course, we love it when you guys jump in on the show. You can let us know. You can give us a call, talk about things as always. And that's 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. You can also jump in with us on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Comments there. And you go to Art City Now to find us every morning, of course, 6 to 8 a.m. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, right here from our studios in Kirkwood, Manchester, the J. Randolph Jr. Studios, right next to the Pasta House. Terrific location. Appreciate you guys being with us this morning, as always. If you want to jump in, you can do so there. Talk Halloween. You can talk what's going on for the weekend. Keep us updated on all the plans that are there. Thanks for getting up with us. And that's what we do every week when it comes to the stories. All right. Some of the other news headlines, things that are going on throughout the area. How about this? 3 people from the St. Louis area will be among the 456 contestants competing in the next Squid Games reality challenge. If you haven't checked it out, look at it. Very interesting. I've seen previews. I saw a little bit of one of them. I haven't really gotten into it. I don't have time to sit around and watch it all the time, but it's become super popular. So the Squid Game, the challenge, it features 456 real life people competing in games based on the original Netflix series. So the first 4 episodes of season 2 air on Netflix this coming up Tuesday, November 4th. But then you have 3 contestants from the St. Louis area who are going to be competing in this. By the way, producer one person at the end of this takes home $4.56 million.
I'm jumping in.
Yeah, well, it's too late. It's too late. You had two contestants are from Edwardsville, Mindy Jenkins and John Bracamontes. And then you have one from the St. Louis area, August Schrader. So we'll see how that all goes or what has happened already, but it's the reality series games. Congrats to the 3 St. Louis area individuals, obviously part of the 456 contestants that are competing, but $4.56 million. One winner take all out of 456. I don't know all the specifics of the game, how it is, but that's a big payout prize. That's for sure. It's like, okay, really? If anybody is familiar with the game, you can check in, talk to us about that as well. 7:23 is the time. You've also got this coming up. Tickets on sale. We're already at that time of year because we go into November tomorrow. I mean, there's only 2 months left in 2026. Thanksgiving's coming up. Christmas is coming up. New Year's is coming. I mean, literally all these things happening in the next 2 months. It doesn't seem like it, does it? Like we're already here. It's already that time of year. Well, the Busch Brewery Lights Tour begins November 22nd. The Lights, excuse me, not the tour, but the Lights Tour. That's back. It's always nice, kind of marks the holidays, marks that time of year. November 22nd is when it kicks off. Tickets, if you didn't remember, were this year $12 for adults. So you got $12 tickets for adults. And it's the 40th year already. Talking about more than 1 million lights on display. So you got $12 for adults, and that also includes a complimentary beer for each guest who is 21 years and older. This year, you can also buy what are called the $25 flex tickets that can be used anytime you want. The brewery's also hinting at the addition of a holiday speakeasy experience. That could be pretty cool. The event has dates starting on November 22nd, and of course, that runs through December 30th. And you can go to their website now and buy tickets. If you're looking to get some tickets, that's up and running. You can enjoy that as well. We appreciate you being with us. 7:25 is the time as we go through some of these other headlines, things making news in the area. Also of note, you've got the Galleria area. So the owner of the St. Louis Galleria is looking to sell 5.5 acres. It's currently a parking lot for the mall along the Brentwood Boulevard, right there near I-64. It's just sitting there right now. We're on that side. So Brookfield Properties is the owner. They said the price is to be determined by the market. Now, St. Louis County appraises that property right there, the Brentwood Boulevard, Richmond Heights, at $5.3 million, with property taxes last year over $122,000. The zoning currently is a planned development mixed use. It added that the 2.3, I guess it added that 2.3 of the site's acres are usable. So what will be going into that area? What could you see? Will somebody want that area? That'll be interesting. They want a retail development. What kind of retail development would be good at that spot? What would work? So you're going to pay over $5 million, or at least that's what it's valued at right now for that area. And we know the Galleria has certainly been hit with some losses over the past few years and mall changing behaviors. And, so there you go. You got that is some prime real estate. That's for sure. And right in that area. So we'll keep you posted as some of that news comes down the pipeline in regards to what they're going to have and what could be there. We are Arch City Now. Producer Rise alongside. I'm Vic Faust. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Love it when you jump in and join us on X, Facebook, and YouTube. You go to Arch City Now to do that. When people call in to talk with us about anything and everything they have going on, you can do that at 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. Also, Hot Take Central 2.0 with the former Blue Cam Jansen and Jim the Cat Hayes. Follow us every day from 8 to 10 a.m. And then Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And today being a Friday, you've got the MIZ STL show, all about Mizzou, everything Mizzou. And then every day, Monday through Friday, you've got the Charlie Tuna show. It's Charlie Tuna and the Posse from 11 to 1 o'clock. So feel free to jump in on our shows at any point in time. And, of course, to learn more about all the content that we have, you can go to luinfo.com. Once again, that is luinfo.com. Coming up, we'll hit the Blues more. You've got the World Series, high school football going on, plans for the weekend when it comes to Halloween, daylight saving time tomorrow as well. Anything else you guys want to promote, let us know. If you want to promote your Halloween get-togethers, there's Halloween parties all over the St. Louis metropolitan area. We'll check back in with the haunted houses as well. All of these things, you let us know. We're just getting into it. We got another segment when we come back. We are Arch City Now. Producer Rice here. I'm Vic Faust. We are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at luinfo.com. Friday, 7:35 is the time, October 31st. Of course, it's Halloween. It's the start of the weekend for many people. Happy Friday. Of course, people excited about that. Maybe the Halloween aspect of it on a Friday adds a little intrigue. Maybe it's a little bit more fun to talk about. Then you've also got the whole situation with daylight saving time. Maybe it gives you something to do tonight. Maybe you guys have plans. I don't know. Hopefully you do. And then tomorrow you have good weather as well. I mean, no rain, a little chilly. Today we're supposed to get to be about 60 degrees in the area. Tomorrow, mid 50s. Yeah, it's fall. It's not winter yet. It's fall. You can get outside, enjoy it. Lots of sunshine, not only today and tomorrow, but for like the entire extended forecast, 6-7 days, it appears just lots of sunshine. Enjoy it, St. Louis. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the times, of course. Tonight, you've got some high school football playoffs. They continue on. You've got that tomorrow. The World Series is on tonight as well. Game 6. Blue Jays can wrap it up in Toronto on their home field against the Dodgers. That'll be interesting. We'll see where that game goes. If the Dodgers can get the win, they'll force a Game 7. A deciding Game 7, of course, which would be played tomorrow night as well. And then we'll see. A lot of people think the Blue Jays are going to wrap it up tonight. They're the favorite team. That's for sure. We'll see. Okay, Halloween. You guys can jump in with us. Communicate with us if you want to on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Once again, that's X, Facebook, and YouTube at Arch City Now. Jump in, talk with us. What do you got going on? Also, let's see here. Oh, yeah, I saw it. Okay. And then if you want to give us a call, you can do that as well. Phone number there is 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. Producer Ryan alongside as well. Also, want to let you know tonight, you've got East St. Louis football. We are the home of the Flyers. Ryan will be tending to that tonight as they begin the playoffs over on the Illinois side as well. And I was talking about high school football playoffs beginning in Missouri. That happened last night as well. So those things are going on. All right, guys, thanks for coming in. Thanks for having some fun with us, talking about your Halloween, those sort of things that are going on as well. Okay. What are your plans tonight? If you have Halloween plans, you can do that. Rye said he'd love to get to a haunted house if he could. The only problem is the fact that he's got to work. If you haven't been to one yet, what's that, buddy?
You're working, man.
I'm the working man. That's all right.
The working man.
The hardest 22-year-old working man I know, and that's fine. That's going to work out for you. It's just a haunted house. Some of the areas, if you're going to the Darkness, of course, that's downtown St. Louis. It's next to Soulard. They're known for their elaborate setups, including a new haunt called the Butcher Shop. Wonderful. And a 2-4 fright experience. Tickets can be purchased online before you get there. That makes it a little easier. I know we had some friends that went to Creepy World. That's out basically at kind of in the Creepy World is South 8th Street, known as St. Louis's biggest haunted attraction. Creepy World features over 13 scary displays, including the new Jack-o'-lantern Spooktacular. Tickets are $30 a person there, just so you know in advance. Cobb Factory, I've been out there, but a friend of mine owns it. That's out in Old Monroe. It's a drive, but it's fun. It really is. I think they do a really good job out there too. And as you drive into Old Monroe, it's kind of dark, back in like a industrial work area. Kind of sets the mood, sets the tone for you. But they do a pretty good job out there. That's based on the folklore of Eli Cobb, who allegedly, oh my gosh, trapped his family in a maze of death. Tickets are $25 and you have to purchase them at the door. So just giving you an update on some of those things. There's some concerts around town. I know, Rye, you get Mississippi Underground has a big concert that's going on as well. Then there's some other places in the city as well. Then you've got the brand new place that's opening up at Ballpark Village. So Ballpark Village has the new Ava Club, and it's part of their Ava Garden Bar. So that's opening up tonight at Ballpark Village. I love when you see the places open up. You hope that things will work. You give it a shot, and then you see. But Club Ava is what they said. It's an expansion of their Ava Garden Bar, which opened in the spring. So Ballpark Village obviously is a place that people go to for games, but people go there for other situations as well. So their grand opening, they chose it to be tonight. So Club Ava's grand opening is tonight. If anybody's going there, let us know about that for the weekend. Ballpark Village General Manager Mike LaMartina does a terrific job. He always has. He was talking about it. They have a lot of great events coming to showcase the new Club Ava experience that they said they'll be letting people know about as well. So obviously an opportunity to promote those things. If anything else is happening in the St. Louis area, let us know about that too. Love to promote it, whatever we can from that standpoint. There's some high school football. We were talking about that as well going on tonight. High school football games last night. Some big winners, Troy Buchanan, Fort Zumwalt West, Chaminade. No surprise there with some of those teams that got their victories. Moving forward, if anybody else wanted to promote some of their teams, please do. You can do it on Facebook. Jump it on X. Let us know. Love to promote that. All of those things that are happening there too. Okay. You've also got our Blues, man. The Blues played last night. It didn't work out. They lost again. It's not that they didn't play well. I mean, they just couldn't score enough goals. I mean, you go in, you outshoot a team. And I know shots on goal aren't determining who's playing well and who's not, but come on, 39-18. But you gave up, 3 goals. And you did a pretty good job of limiting shots, but you found yourself in overtime and had to score a goal in the third period just to get to overtime. Yeah, if you have Robert Thomas, if you have Jake Neighbors, you're probably winning that game, but you didn't. And the bottom line is you only got a point. And talked a little bit about it earlier. The thing that's just sad is the fact lost opportunities. 7 games at home during the month of October. You won 1 game and you had 2 overtime losses at home. That's 4 points. That means you had 14 total points at home you could have gone after, and you only got 4. And that's one of the reasons why the Blues are where they are, at the bottom of the Western Conference. Only San Jose has fewer points right now. That's it. That's it. And you're also talking about a 6-game losing streak. So the way I see it is things couldn't be any worse right now. Neighbors is out for 5 weeks. That's bad. That's bad. We've got to get Robert Thomas back into the lineup and then hope that everybody else kind of picks up the slack to see where you are, because you don't, in a very competitive Western Conference, you don't want to be battling, come January, February, March going, man, we got to go on a huge win streak again, just like we did last year so that we can make the playoffs. Don't want to see that. That is for sure, especially now that you've got 6 straight games where you haven't won. Yeah, you got a point last night, but that's not what you're looking for, not by any means. And, of course, we love our team. They'll be back in St. Louis on Monday night for a matchup with the Edmonton Oilers. Tomorrow night, they're on the road playing Columbus, skating with Columbus. And those 2 teams are not bad teams either. They're off to some pretty decent starts. So the Blues certainly have their work cut out for them. Don't know if people are frustrated yet. When do you get worried? Do you get worried? Is it going to be a situation you think is going to change around pretty quickly? We don't know. But the fact that they're skating as well as they are and had so many shots last night, that gives me more hope. But we've just got to be a little bit better when it comes to defense and goaltending. So you get to overtime and you lose in a shootout in the third round of the shootout. So where are they going? What are they going to do? We don't know. We'll see. Just trying not to get too frustrated with what's happening with the Blues. NFL action last night. Lamar Jackson's back, and the Ravens appear to be back. He had 4 touchdowns. He's a game changer. He's a difference maker. So they take care of business. They win against the Miami Dolphins, who are really, really in a world of hurt. I mean, the Dolphins are 2-7. They're 1-3 at home. They're going to fire their coach. Tua is not the quarterback they need. And, I mean, I don't even think, right, that he had a pass over 15 yards last night. That's a problem.
I feel for Tua, man. He's gotten hit so many times, man.
28-6 was the final. That's a problem. Derrick Henry rushed for 119 yards. Yeah, we'll see where the Dolphins go, but not very good.
Yeah, I really want to see where the Ravens go, because even though they just had a good game, it was against the Dolphins. So I want to see, like, let's play some comp.
3-5. They've won 2 in a row.
Yeah,
they had a bad start.
They had a really bad
1-5. So now they're 3-5. They got Lamar back. They have a culture of winning there over a long period of time.
They took those ping pong tables out the locker room, you know. Good job, guys.
You heard about that. They did ping pong. They took out all the games for the players in the locker. I don't think it would make a difference. You know what makes a difference? Lamar Jackson. That's what makes a difference. Players who make plays. Speaking of NFL, the reason I'm bringing it up too, the Chiefs this weekend are at Buffalo. It's the biggest game of the week, in my humble opinion, for a variety of reasons. It's the afternoon game, not the 12 o'clock, not the nighttime. It's the 3:25 game. Chiefs at the Bills. The Bills had a bye week and then blew out their opponent last week. They look good. I think they scored over 40 points. This is a huge game for both teams for a variety of reasons. I can't wait. It's the matchup again of the week. Here you go. Chiefs are used to these big games. I'm not sure the Bills are yet. They got a lot to prove. I mean, a lot to prove. And while the Bills get ready to host this game, I'll be curious to guys get your thoughts on this, because we kind of forgot about the Bills after a few weeks. Didn't we? Over the last month, nobody's really talking about the Bills, are they? They're just not. They had maybe in Buffalo, they had a huge win last week. I mean, the Bills still aren't even in first place in their own division. That's the Patriots. The Patriots are 6-2. The Bills 5-2. But, and of course, the Chiefs, who are 5-3 right now. The Chargers are 5-3, and the Broncos are 6-2. So both these teams desperately need this win. They do. And then an AI supercomputer, you can get a kick out of this, Rye, was asked to break down stats, games, scenarios, matchups, setups. And the supercomputer picked a Super Bowl champion for this season, for the 2025-2026 campaign.
Let's go Rams.
I'm going to say this kindly and affectionately. You could get out of here with your Rams talk.
They didn't choose Rams.
Heck no, they didn't choose the Rams.
Matthew Stafford and the 2 best receivers.
Oh, my God. You and your Rams. Oh, my gosh. Blech. Blech. No, the supercomputer picked an AFC team.
Ooh, okay. Well,
the supercomputer picked an AFC team. Any idea?
I know what AFC team.
And I won't keep the suspense going long, so people are like, "What? What are you doing? Are you going to tell us or not?" I'll give you two. I'll give you 2 guesses, because you already chose Rams, and that was a homer pick.
Yeah.
So AFC.
AFC. Well, if I got 2 picks, the first pick will always be the Chiefs.
That's who I would have thought too. It is not the supercomputer. The AI supercomputer with this program did not pick the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, knowing AI and knowing a supercomputer, it's not going to take into the fact like people's emotions in a playoff game probably. And with that being said, I'm going Indianapolis Colts.
That would be a great pick. The Buffalo Bills.
Well, I thought about the Bills too, but I'm like, I don't want to pick a team I know isn't going to win.
That you know.
Supercomputer would pick the losers of.
It was tight.
Championship game.
It was very tight. It only gave us who they picked at 12.9%, and so the Bills got the highest percentage possible. And I wanted to see other teams, and it only showed the Buffalo Bills for people who are wondering and watching and thinking about some of those things. that are going on. Hey, could you imagine if Governor Mike Kehoe told the University of Missouri they need to fire Laird Veach, the athletic director, because he didn't like what was happening with the football program? That's what's been going on in LSU. So now Scott Woodward, who was basically told by the governor of Louisiana that who he needed to hire and fire as a coach, literally the governor telling the AD. Well, Scott Woodward, that LSU athletic director, resigns. And that was 4 days after firing Brian Kelly. You want to talk about crazy, nasty stuff going on? That is it. And just think about this. What coaches, like top name coaches, are going to go to LSU when now that the governor of the freaking state, the governor, is trying to dictate what the athletic program does? I've never seen anything like this, ever. Another casualty of NIL and what you think you can do and what you can't do. Just freaking insane. Hey, by the way, too, as of now, if you're a YouTube TV subscriber, you're not going to have ESPN or ESPN for the weekend as of now until they're arguing over rates. So you're not going to get those games. And I think it's ABC as well. Just freaking, just sad state of affairs. Okay. We like to give you news that you can use as well, people. It is Halloween, and my guy Rye has all the contacts when it comes to free meals, freebies, benefits.
Oh, yeah.
Where you can go to get deals if you're up for it on this Friday. You said Qdoba. I like Qdoba and Chipotle, and those are two places that have deals. What's going on at those two?
I just want to give you guys an update on Qdoba. Yes, if you sign up for the rewards on the app, you can get a free entree today. Yes, a free burrito, bowl, or what's the other thing they got? Not a quesadilla. It's another thing.
Not a burrito.
Not a bowl.
I don't know.
Oh, you can get their loaded soup too.
Okay.
But yeah, if you buy a drink,
sign up for the rewards online.
Yes. If you buy a drink and an entree today, you get another entree for free. So that's what I'm doing for lunch today.
Okay, so that's over at Qdoba.
Yes, that's Qdoba. Then you got Chipotle today. If you show up in a costume, for $6 you get an entree, which is cool. But then you realize, hey, I still have to pay for guac and queso. So really you're spending $10 on an entree. But it's still cool if you like a little Chipotle instead of Qdoba. Me, I'm a big guy. I like getting my avocados and getting my like queso and stuff.
So that's okay. So you got that
Shake
going.
Shack too. I forgot.
And then we've got Shake Shack.
Yes, at Shake Shack you can what is it? It's buy one get one free for a burger as well. So if you buy a burger, you get one free.
Okay, so you got Shake Shack, buy one get one free.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Also, this isn't a Halloween thing. Olive Garden is doing all you can eat pasta and soup. I repeat, all you can eat pasta and soup.
Dude, I love you, man. That's great. You got 4 of them for us. I mean, you hit it out of the park.
Yeah.
That'll be your new segment. It's like where you can get deals. Who doesn't want a deal? I mean, seriously, that's pretty damn cool. That may be the best part of the show. Producer Rye, check it in. Appreciate that, buddy. By the way, if you guys didn't know, I also saw this come down. Brand new health study says that one energy drink a day can block muscle growth by 90%. Eee! Stay away from the energy drinks from that standpoint. Hey, it's 7:53 on this Friday. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Hot Take Central 2.0 is coming up next. Cam Jansen. Jim the Cat Hayes. Obviously, they'll be talking the Blues, the World Series that's coming up, all of these things happening. What do you guys got going on this weekend? Your Halloween plans? It's Halloween as well tonight. Hope you guys are ready to enjoy that and for the weekend. Got pretty good weather, too. I mean, it's nice outside. You walked in today and you said you were cold. I'm like, cold? Talk to me in about 3 weeks to a month from now. This is nice outside. It's kind of wake-up weather, right? It's not that bad. Really nice temperatures, especially for this time of year. You have to admit that, right?
Yeah, it's been all right. Like, I'm kind of like hating because I was in Iowa for 4 years. So and Iowa has a totally worse cold. So let me. Be
Why
happy.
is that a windy cold?
It's a windy, it's a windy hurt cold. Like it punches me in the face type of cold. Like it hurts to walk outside.
Really? Was that bad?
Yeah, I hated Iowa cold. I hated Iowa weather. My car always would mess up. It was bad, man. Like it would snow in April. Like it would just do extra stuff that isn't needed. Why are you snowing in March?
Yeah, let me get to some of the chat line, people jumping on the chat line. Sorry about it, guys. Taking me a little bit longer getting the stuff in. Donna says the sports bra bar name is so creative and unusual. Yep, that's opening up in Maplewood at the beginning of the year. It's the all women's sports bar, the sports bra. Also, Glenn says coaches who wear capri pants have losing records. Is that Mike McDaniel reference? Yes. Todd's predicting the Bills to beat the Chiefs 21-14 over the weekend. Glenn says, go Chiefs. I know there's lots of Chiefs love all over the place. Todd says, tell the LSU governor to pound sand after he's trying to get involved and tell the LSU athletic department what they need to do. Also from the chat line, Josh Allen can't win the game by himself, doesn't have the supporting cast. Chiefs all the way. Mr. Thompson says, I'll listen every day for your deals, Ryan. You've got the deals. Let us know. We'll find them. We will get those deals to you.
Dude, you haven't even seen it yet.
All right, it's our new segment.
Yeah, you haven't even seen it yet.
We'll come up with a creative name.
I got every food app you need.
Yeah, Todd says, yeah, Iowa. I hear they have great corn in Iowa. So there you go. Were you inundated with corn in Iowa
I don't
at all?
like corn, but Iowa has good corn, and they have pretty good food. And it's all right. It's not better than St. Louis, but it's all right.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys joining us every day, as you do. We are Arch City Now here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Just getting you up and at it every morning. Appreciate you guys being with us. As always, you can join us on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Thanks for the interaction on the show. Hot Take Central 2.0 coming up next with Cam and Jem. Guys, we are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at luinfo.com. As always, stay positive. Have a great weekend. Enjoy Halloween. Enjoy the weekend. And, of course, enjoy daylight saving time tomorrow. We will see you on Monday at 6 a.m.
Buddy.
What do you say, buddy?
Man, life comes at